San Quentin State Prison was the site of one of history's most bizarre medical experiments. Dr. Leo Stanley, chief surgeon from 1913 to 1951, believed that he'd found a way to restore old age, illness, and loss of vigor. He believed that youth resided in glands that, if transplanted from the young or the executed, could reverse decline. Dr. Stanley was part doctor, part showman, and deeply influenced by a new obsession sweeping medicine: glandular rejuvenation. Scientists had just discovered hormones, and some believed aging was simply worn-out glands. And replacing them with younger glands, they said, could rewind the clock. So Stanley got to work, and he began practicing his theory on prisoners, many without consent. His method? Implanting testicles from the freshly executed and even zoo animals into living prisoners. And Stanley went all in. He began removing testicles from executed inmates moments after death, grafting them into older prisoners. And when human supply ran low, he raided zoos for goats, rams, and boars. If he couldn't find a whole organ, he mashed up testicular tissue and injected it under the skin, like some sort of grotesque anti-aging serum. Hide your husbands, hide your animals. If it had testicles, it was fair game to this guy. Reports from the prisoners ranged from glowing to grotesque. Some said their strength returned, appetite improved, even virility returned. Though scientists today would chalk much of that up to placebo, desperation, or a harsh prison environment that made anything feel new, for others there was pain, infection, loss of dignity, and no clear medical benefit. Consent was murky. Many inmates were coerced, not informed. Animal organs were used without clarity. It was a full-on experiment. Stanley's work was praised in newspapers. He was seen by some as a pioneer. California's laws at the time encouraged sterilizing inmates that were unfit to reproduce. Stanley believed he was rejuvenating some, sterilizing others, all in the name of improving society. By his own count, he performed more than 10,000 of these procedures between 1918 and the mid-1930s. Imagine the conversations in that operating room. A century later, our culture still chases youth in a bottle. We inject hormones, freeze stem cells, and experiment with biohacks, all in search of the same promise Stanley sold to desperate men behind bars. But his story is a warning. The desire to stay young can make even smart people believe in anything. Father Time is undefeated. So the next time someone promises to slow or reverse aging, just remember San Quentin's experiment. Executed prisoners, zoo animals, and a surgeon convinced testicles held the key to eternal youth. I'm William Keith, and this is Sick History.